Hello, my friend. Today, we're going to embark on another intense confrontation. Wild boars, a species devastating forests and farmlands across America. Why can't we control them? And are humans really winning this battle? Let's begin the adventure. Wild boars are becoming one of the most damaging invasive species in the United States. They've emerged from the forests, walked straight into fields and farms. In just a few decades, they've become the most serious threat to American agriculture. From Texas and Florida to California and the Midwest, wild boar footprints are becoming increasingly common. The dirt roads are plowed, rows of corn are flattened, fields are left mud and mess overnight. Currently, the United States is estimated to have between 6 and 9 million wild boars, distributed across at least 35 states. Texas alone accounts for nearly half, with approximately 2.5 to 3 million. In many key agricultural areas, wild boar densities can reach up to 20 animals per square foot. Near water sources, dense forests, farmland, the number is even higher. With such densities, just a herd of a few dozen is enough to completely destroy a corn, wheat, or soybean field in a single night. Wild boars don't wait until late at night to appear. From dusk onwards, as the sun sets behind the edge of the forest, they begin to move. During the day, they hide in the dense forest, almost disappear from human sight. But as soon as the sun goes down, the wild boars leave their hiding places simultaneously. They move in herds. When threatened, wild boars can become extremely aggressive. They are ready to attack livestock, bountiful animals, and even humans. What forced wild boars to live this way? Because their habitat is shrinking, forest fires, indiscriminate logging, and human expansion has depleted their natural food sources. Under the pressure of survival, wild boars are forced to adapt. They are gradually moving towards humans, where abundant nutrients are available. And from there, conflict between wild boars and humans erupted into a fierce confrontation. The damage caused by wild boars to the United States is not to be underestimated. According to reports compiled by the U.S. Department of Agriculture, wild boars cause between 1.6 billion and 2.5 billion USD in damage annually. In southern states such as Texas, Alabama, and Georgia, 30 to 50% of crops on some small farms can be destroyed in just a few nights by wild boar invasion. Not only do wild boars destroy crops, they also cause soil erosion. Furthermore, wild boars are intermediate hosts for many dangerous diseases such as brucellosis, leptospirosis, and swine fever. These can spread to livestock and, in some cases, affect humans. Under increasing pressure, many US states have been forced to allow year-round wild boar hunting. This is no longer sport hunting, but rather a form of emergency control. Hunters are licensed to use rifles, usually with calibers such as 223 or 308, to ensure the ability to take down targets quickly and accurately. The hunting group advances slowly from the edge of the forest, maintaining distance. From a distance, dark shadows began to appear. At first, a few small individuals. Then came the adults, large in stature, with high shoulders and long snouts. The hunter chose a low position. He aimed his rifle steadily. There was no rush. There were no rapid bursts of fire. The target was usually an adult at the edge of the herd. When the time came, a short, dry gunshot rang out. The pig hit by the bullet fell almost instantly. The entire herd paused for a split second. Then chaos surged forward. However, there is an undeniable truth. Wild boars reproduce incredibly quickly. A female can give birth to 2 litters per year. Each litter contains 6 to 12 piglets, even more under favorable conditions. In just 12 to 18 months, the population can double. They are omnivorous. Wild boars practically eat every food source they can find, from tree roots and tubers in the forest to corn, rice, sugarcane, and peanuts in the fields. Therefore, in many areas, hunting from the ground must be combined with large cage traps, allowing to catch entire herds at once. A successful trap can hold 40 to 70 wild boars in a single night. Although effective in the short term, These measures are still only the tip of the iceberg, because the reproduction rate of wild boars always outpaces the rate of elimination. Late afternoon. As the last rays of sunlight slip across the edge of the forest, the group of hunters begins setting up the cage traps at the edge of the field. The large steel cage is placed close to the familiar trail. Bait is spread evenly inside, corn kernels, a little grain residue. The smell is strong enough to draw the entire herd closer. The next morning, the hunter returned while the mist still hung low over the ground. From a distance, the entire herd of wild boars was confined within the cramped steel space. They gasped for breath, banging against the bars of the cage in despair. Just another step in a repeating cycle, silent and necessary. The battle with wild boars in America is therefore still ongoing. Hunting, trapping, habitat management, all are being applied simultaneously. But so far, there is no solution that can be considered a silver bullet. On the fields plowed to the ground every night, will humans be able to control wild boars, or will they continue to chase an invasion with no end in sight? In the distance, an alligator was basking on a rock, its long, dark body stretched out. It lay motionless, its eyes half open. The hunter held his breath, adjusting his aim to the center of its skull. Bang! The shot tore through the morning. The alligator thrashed violently a few times before sinking.
Come, let's go there quick with the boat.
What compelled the hunter to open fire in the middle of that quiet morning? Let's take a look at why this reptile has become a target of control across the United States. In the swamps, stretching from Florida to Louisiana, an ancient force still exists: the American alligator. The reptiles that dominated wetlands for millions of years. In 2025, the entire United States recorded more than 5 million individuals. Florida and Louisiana alone accounted for about 2.3 million. In swamp areas that are flooded year-round, densities can reach 25 to 35 individuals, ft squared. During the breeding season, this number increases to 40 individuals, ft squared, creating one of the densest alligator populations on the planet. American alligators are not random predators. They are masters of ambush. They don't need to chase. They just lie still. With a body length of 3.5 to 4 feet, weighing up to 771.62 pounds, and a bite force of 3,700 pounds per square inch, enough to crush the ribs of an adult deer. They blend into the dark water like an invisible shadow. A very slight movement, a faint ripple, and then in half a second, it was all over.
Look, here he comes.
Young deer, wild boars, even cattle dogs, all became victims in a moment of no reaction. A silent predator, and a haunting of the entire American South. But as humans expanded into urban areas, when thousands of hectares of mangroves, grasslands, and swamps were flattened, to make way for townhouses and lush golf courses, alligators lost their home, which they had been attached to for millions of years, forcing them to leave their old waters and find new homes, and cities became reluctant destinations. America began to witness unprecedented scenes in history. Alligators appeared in New Orleans backyards, lying in the middle of Texas highways, sneaking into garages, swimming in family pools, even sunbathing on golf courses.
I'm tired, I think I'll take a break.
Break time.
Then, in 2023, Hurricane Goliath reignited all fears. Floodwaters from the Louisiana swamps rose, carrying millions of individuals into residential areas. In the dark night, streetlights flickered on the water. People caught dozens of long shadows, dark and quiet, crawling through yards, parks, and lawns.
That's hilarious.
Oh!
According to a comprehensive report from the states of Florida, Louisiana, and Texas from 2018 to 2023, damage caused by alligators entering residential and tourist areas has increased continuously each year. The golf tourism industry has been hit hardest. In 2022, a major tournament in Florida recorded a loss of about $700,000. After a 4-meter alligator walked straight across the fairway, the entire tournament was cancelled. Surrounding residential areas have also suffered serious damage. Every year, more than 18,000 incidents of alligators destroying fences and swimming pools. Even biting garage doors have been recorded by Florida Wildlife Control. These damages are estimated to cost between 12 and 15 million USD a year for remediation.
Oh my gosh. This is right around the corner from my house. Oh my.
The most dangerous are still the surprise attacks. According to statistics from the Southern Wildlife Management Agency, in the last 5 years, the number of crocodile attacks on people has increased by about 35%, mainly occurring in the rainy season and breeding season, when they lose their habitat or are stimulated by urban noise.
Well, that puts an end to my tarpon fishing. Hey, buddy,
This red zone here is where we
Faced with this situation, many state governments were forced to implement large-scale control programs. But participating was not easy. Participants must be over 18 years old and have a gun license, accurate shooting skills, and strict safety rules. Hunts were conducted day and night. Dawn in the Louisiana swamps. A thin mist covered the water. The hunter was experienced after dozens of seasons. He watched every trace carefully. He checked the special hook. The bait was a hunk of meat that had been hung several dozen feet above the water. Enough to force the alligator to spring up and bite, hooking itself.
What size do you think that one is?
As the boat approached, the group fell silent. A line, taut as if about to snap, shook violently. It was there. With a strong pull, the alligator, more than 3 feet long, rose from the water. Its tail lashed against the side of the boat, making everyone dizzy.
Hold on. No.
The next task is not to shoot, but to restrain and tie the muzzle, the most dangerous step.
Good knocking 11 foot.
Hold on.
The hunter quickly threw the rope around and tightened it. Then a roll of industrial tape was wrapped continuously around the muzzle.
That's it, boys.
Heck yeah.
When the muzzle was fixed, the crocodile gradually lay still, only breathing heavily.
You got your little head one?
A day of crocodile fishing ended, with the precision, experience, and recklessness that this profession requires.
Big ol' alligator. Wow.
He's gonna be glued. He's gonna sit there.
Yeah, let me.
He's bigger.
Let him go down a little bit. Yeah, get him.
Yeah! Take tension off that.
Yeah, give me some tape. I got him. I got his head. I got his head. I'm good.
But during the rainy season, when the water level rises, crocodiles have hundreds of hiding places. That's when night hunting becomes important. The night is pitch black. The swamp forest is filled with the chirping of insects. The hunter turns on the infrared camera, the heat sensor, the tactical flashlight. In the darkness, 2 pale yellow spots suddenly appear. The crocodile's eyes reflect the light. The light bow turns. The gun is raised. Boom. And the fate of the ancient creature is decided in seconds. After each hunt, the control teams must properly dispose of the alligator carcass, closing a task more serious than pulling the trigger. The battle is not just between humans and alligators. It is also between the need to protect the community and the responsibility to maintain the balance of the ecosystem. Not all places choose to shoot. Some areas in Florida have experimented with electric fences and have reduced alligator invasions by up to 60%. But the high cost leaves many poor communities helpless. People are always stuck between 2 choices: destroy to protect or adapt to coexist. In the end, the question remains, when a creature that lived since the time of the dinosaurs appears right on your doorstep, will you choose to destroy or find a way to live with it?